Hi guys, this is 28th of June and we'll deal with today's current affairs topics. The topics that we'll cover today would be auction process for coal blocks have been unveiled of around 41 crore. The second topic that we'll cover for the day is the COVID-19 active response and expenditure support program project has been signed between Government of India and Asian Infrastructure Bank of $750 million, right? The third topic would be the establishment of around 1,000 Khelo India centers across the country to nurture the young talents. The fourth would be an increase in expansion of Amri Ice Shelf as predicted by NCPOR, National Center for Polar and Ocean Research. Okay, and the final topic for the day is the day itself, the 28th June, World Refugee Day. So let's begin. Auction process of coal blocks for commercial mining has been unveiled by Prime Minister. The process of 41 crore blocks have been put on stake. There would be a two-stage of e-auction is being adopted for allocation of mines. The Ministry of Mines would release a notification regarding it as to how it is done and what are the process regarding it, right? But this is an important one because it is for the first time 100% FDI has been permitted in mining sector. That has been also affirmed stated by our Honorable Finance Minister during the budget on 1st of February. Let's go with some facts check. India is ironically world's fourth largest coal reserve, okay? Second largest producer of coal, but at the same time it is also the second largest importer of coal. Comment down below if you know from where largest coal is imported from India. For India. Yes, it is from Australia, Hunter's Valley of Australia. A large number of coal is imported from Hunter's Valley of Australia via ship. So now what are the benefits for liberalizing the coal sector, for mining the coal sector, putting it on the table for bidding? It is that it will contribute about 15% of India's projected total coal production in 2025-26. Secondly, will create employment opportunities. Job creation would be there. Third, infrastructure and capacity building. It will form a smaller part to a larger project of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Generate approximately rupees 30,000 crore of capacity investment over next 5 to 7 years and contribute 20,000 crore revenue annually to state governments. These are the benefits that would be availed from this project. Satyabhama portal was launched by Ministry of Mines, developed by NIC, which allows online submission of project proposals, utilization of funds, monitoring of grants regarding this mining sector. The researchers can also submit their progress report, final technical report of the intended project in electronic format. Next is COVID-19 active response and expenditure support program that has been recently launched between Government of India and Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, AIIB. Or you must get into your mind, where is AIIB? AIIB is in Beijing. The bank is in Beijing. It has been signed a 750 million project to strengthen its response to adverse impact of COVID-19 pandemic. The project will be executed by Department of Economic Affairs, Ministry of Finance. Okay. So what are there in the project? So let's see. This is not the first project that has been signed. A current loan will be the second loan. One from AIIB under COVID-19 arises from the recovery facility apart from the earlier approved of rupees 500 million loan from COVID emergency response. So 500 का ऑलरेडी पहले लोन ले चुके हैं और अभी $750 million का लोन दोबारा AIIB से ले रहे हैं. ओके. खेलो इंडिया सेंटर. Government of India has decided to establish 1,000 KIC at district level across the country. These centers will run either by a past champion or have them as coaches. What is the objective, the aim of establishing these? The move is to tap into the grassroots level talent, nurture them, ensures a sustainable source of income for the sports person. That is, create an inclusive sports ecosystem. We have often seen, apart from cricket and now football is also gaining ground in the country, we have often seen players from other sports are living a drudgery life. They are seen doing selling vegetables, agricultural work, etc. That is, they don't have a viable source of income. To give them a viable source of income, a proper working environment, this is being an initiative taken by the Ministry of Sports. Training will be imparted at KIC in 14 identified sports for excellence in Olympics. Another major objective of KIC is to increase India's position in medal tally in Olympics. Right. Next is news is an increase in expansion of AMRE ice shelf as predicted by NCPOR, National Center for Polar and Ocean Research. This is an important, especially from your mains point of view. Has predicted an increase in expansion of AMRE ice shelf at boundaries from its 2016 position. There have been set around 24% increase. Right. So next is what is AIS? What is AIS? Is one of the largest glacier drainage basin in the world on the east coast of Antarctica. Location, east coast of Antarctica. Please mark the location. It's on eastern coast of Antarctica, right? East coast of Antarctica. Why is the prediction important? What is the importance of the prediction that we are studying it? Check it is AIS dynamics and mass balance help in understanding the change in the global climate scenario. Climate change पहली, दूसरी ongoing changes in the ocean, oceanography से related है, क्रायोग्राफी से रिलेटेड है, एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रोसेस को कैसे अंडरस्टैंड करना है इसमें हेल्प करेगी. आइस शीट्स क्या होती हैं? आइस शीट्स वो पतली चादर होती है आइस की जो ग्लेशियर्स को लैंडमास से जोड़ती है. फ्लोटिंग शीट्स ऑफ आइस आर कॉल्ड आइस शेल्स. आइस शेल्स कनेक्ट्स द ग्लेशियर्स टू landmass. Okay, this is ice shelf. The next for the day is what we are going to do is I have tried to make a diagram and explain you that this is the land, this is an ice shelf, and this is the glacier. The glacier is floating one, okay, and this is sea. This is ice shelf which is joins land to the glacier. Okay, this is the ice shelf. So this ice shelf is increasing. AMRE ice shelf is expanding. Okay. Now World Refugee Day is being observed on 28th of June every year. Theme for 2020 is Every Action Counts. The nodal agency is UNHCR, United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. Important fact is this 1951 Refugee Convention and its 1967 Protocol to help and protect the refugee. The cornerstone of 1951 Convention is the principle of refoulement. What is principle of refoulement? Please mark this important, especially from your prelims point of view. Very much important. A refugee should not be returned to a country where he or she has a threat of being persecuted. Okay? However, this principle is not claimed on illegal migrants. There is a difference between refugee, illegal migrant, and a stateless person, and or to all those alien person who can be a threat to the security of the host nation. Right. So there's a difference. If you know the difference, comment down below. Difference between refugee and a stateless person. Comment down below. Okay? Okay. So this was for today. If you want me to make a video on any other topic, just comment down. I'll try to make the video on that topic. Keep learning, keep watching, keep sharing. And you may get the PDF notes of all these in my description box. Thank you guys.